Rowan, you asked to see me.
What is she doing here? Was she watching us?
You will address me as my lord.
If you walk in here without knocking again, I will make sure you cannot walk at all.
Isolde, leave us.
Excuse me?
I said, leave us.
Daughter of the Lord, bloodline awakened, heir to the throne, glory to the Solon clan, a gift from heaven, fell to earth.
Give me a red wine.
The wine you asked for. You walk in here while he is clearly occupied? Are you blind or just stupid? Then Lord Rowan can pour his own wine.
What did you just... Did you call him by his name? You address him as my lord, you disrespectful little twat!
That is enough, Isolde.
Know your place, Zara. You have no house, no bloodline, nowhere in this realm that would take you in.
I will leave then. I will go rogue before I...
You have no soul power yet. Until you do, you belong to this house. You belong to me. Come to my study once you have cleaned this up.
"15 years with not a single confirmed trace of my daughter. What more do you need, Lord Blackwell?"
I hear you, Lord Cassian, but murder and abduction require proof. The other houses will not move against Greth without it.
House Greth attacked House Solani 15 years ago. My daughter vanished the same night. I know what happened to her.
Her body was never found, Lord Blackwell. In 15 years, no body. What does that tell you? Or do you just not want to hear it?
You are the only one with the power and the standing to help us. You have to help me avenge my daughter.
Clotha, Laxius, Heckma, if any of you are listening, please, tomorrow, give me my soul power when I turn 18. Set me free. We will live simply. In the woods if we have to. We will hunt for what we need. We will need nothing from anyone in this house ever again.
I will attend Rowan Greth's feast tomorrow. Whatever is inside that castle, I will find it. You have my word.
I will pull everything we have on the Gretath attack on House Selenan. Every record. Every body that was not found.
Do it. Zara Saloni's body was never found.
I suspect she is not dead.
You're a fast learner, my lady.
Rowan, you asked to see me.
What is she doing here? Was she watching us?
You will address me as my lord.
If you walk in here without knocking again, I will make sure you cannot walk at all.
Isolde, leave us.
Excuse me?
I said, leave us. How long have you lived here at House Greth?
Almost 15 years.
Have we ever let you go hungry? Cold? Without shelter?
No. What are you trying to say?
Are you jealous? Is that what this is? You wish you were the one I was fucking?
You disgust me.
What?
I am not jealous. I am disgusted, and you are not my lord. The only L word that fits you is low life.
My lord.
Lord Theron Blackwell of House Blackwell has confirmed his attendance at tomorrow's feast.
Theron Blackwell is coming here? I only sent that invitation out of courtesy. Why now? What does he want? My lord, I believe it signals respect. If Terran attends, the other houses will follow. It confirms our standing. You think so? He must know House Greth is the second house in the realm. He is acknowledging the threat. Since you find this so amusing, you will prepare and serve the entire feast, beginning to end.
Tomorrow is my 18th birthday. You promised me a day's rest.
I changed my mind. Does Zada know the cloth I wove her to you? Do not ever mention again. Forgive me, my lord. It only seemed as though you two were... We are nothing. She is a servant, an orphan. I do not know why the Moray goddesses chose her for me, and I do not care. I will not accept it. What do you plan to do with her? Once she turns 18 tomorrow, her soul power will awaken. She will feel the fated between us the moment it does. I will sever it publicly, in front of the entire feast. Severing a thread decreed by the Morias is not a simple act, my lord. Clothra herself spun it at her birth. I do not care. You are dismissed. Damn it, Zara.
Soren, I need you to source a worthy gift for Lord Rowan Greth before tomorrow's feast.
A gift? For Rowan Greth? Why would you...
We keep our friends close, and our enemies closer.
Yes, my lord. Daughters of allied houses, each one a strong political match. If you arrive at the feast with one of them on your arm, it sends a message. House Blackheck is building alliances, not just attending.
I will not be bringing a companion.
My lord, if House Greth discovers you are still unwave at your age, they will question your stand, and they will use it against you at the feast.
Let them. I am Theron Blackwake. Let's hope she is there, whoever she is.
My lord.
Those burns, are those... Jade Hog, yes.
Inside the estate. How did it get past the... It was tracking something.
A soul whose suppression is breaking.
Something it could smell from a long distance.
The trail leads toward House Greth territory.
Lord Cassian's daughter.
Have the carriage ready at dawn. And Soren, tell no one about the burns.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Zara.
Who is there?
It is me, Lara. I am your divine gift, Zara. Hecate's gift, the one they sealed away when you were a child. I have been here the entire time. They simply would not let me speak.
Hecate's gift. You are Hecate's gift.
It is very good to finally meet you. And there is something I need to tell you about the one the Moiri decried for us. The one Clothra wove into your thread at birth.
Clothra wove a thread for me?
Yes, the one she decreed for us. He is here. He has always been here, in this castle.
Who?
Rowan Greth, lord of this house. Clothra wove you for him at birth. He has known since before you did. He is coming. I can feel him approaching. Zara, when you see the thread, do not let it show on your face.
So, Hector finally broke the seal.
You knew. This whole time you knew what Clothra decreed and you said nothing.
So what? You are a servant, a castless orphan. You have no house, no bloodline, nothing. What Clothia decreed does not change what you are. I defy the decree, Zara. If you beg, perhaps I will reconsider.
I accept your defiance, Rowan.
What?
The thread is gone.
So are we.
Clotho does not weave a second thread for the same person. You will live and die castless.
So be it.
Pack what you have tonight. After today, I do not want to see you in this castle again.
I have been waiting years for you to say that, Rowan.
You're allowed to feel it, Zara, what he did this morning.
I just need to get through this feast.
There is someone coming tonight. I can feel a presence in the road. Something old, something that knows Hector's gift from a distance.
Everything can wait until after the feast.
The carers were in this tree line last night. How close? Close enough to leave tribute at the window. Someone inside that castle has been paying them to stay back. Paying the carers to stay back from whom? Hector's bloodline. In inside House Greth.
Lord Blackwit, what a pleasure. I hope the road treated you well. Our castle sits deep in the forest. Not the easiest journey.
Lord Rowan built House Greth Castle from the foundations up. It is everything a great house should be.
A gift from House Blackwit, Lord Greth, in honor of tomorrow's betrothal.
Lord Blackwit, this is far too generous. We could not possibly—
Pocket change, shall we?
What do you think you are doing? Do not embarrass me.
I saw a servant girl at the refuse pile. Find out who she is, how she came from, how long she has been here, everything.
And the Keris were paying her the kind of attention they paid
I know, Soren. Find out who she is, tonight, before the feast ends.
My wedding is hours away, and my fiancé just ran off to tend to his childhood sweetheart.
Don't be petty. If you don't want to lose me, then postpone the mating ceremony.
I called my 7-year nemesis instead.
I'm short a groom for today's mating ceremony. Care to do me a favor?
Sylvia's really running a fever, and her wolf is weak. Every time she's been sick since we were kids, I've been by her side. I can't rest easy otherwise.
Ethan's voice came through the phone, but it couldn't hurt me anymore. On my birthday, Sylvia got jostled at the high-end ball and ended up with bruises on her arm. He left me that same night to go tend to her on our anniversary. Sylvia got gossiped about at Moonlight Spring with people called an Omega, who latches onto others. She felt so wronged. Ethan left me to comfort her the entire night. Even the night before our wedding, Sylvia said she had a fever. He dropped me immediately and traveled across miles just to sit by her bedside.
Ethan, I'm asking one last time. Can you make it back for the noon ceremony or not?
Lydia, I'm at Sylvia's work site right now. It's 3 hours to the nearest airport. I can't make it. Just postpone the ceremony for one day, all right?
Postpone? My family is decorating the wedding house with me right now. All our pack members and guests are either at the Moonbloom altar already or on their way. You're telling me to postpone? What am I supposed to tell them?
Lydia?
Tell them what? That my fiancé is 1,000 miles away with another she-wolf? That you're a cheating fiancé? That she's a slut who stole you?
Lydia, what's between me and Sylvia isn't what you think. Don't be so petty.
Petty? You and Sylvia should just get married on the spot, signing your mate bond right now. Why waste all these years of mine?
4 years. I've watched their acting for 4 years. I'm tired. I delivered my final ultimatum.
If you can't make it back today, we're done.
Lydia, I understand you're emotionally unstable out of your jealousy. But like I said, I just can't make it back. If you don't want to lose me, then postpone the wedding.
With that, he hung up in a huff. As if I was the one in the wrong all along. It's wrong. I brought this on, but from now on, never again. People rushed in through the door. They saw the smashed picture frames and froze.
Leah, what happened? What did that bastard Ethan say? Don't hurt yourself. Let me smash.
The wedding room was a disaster zone.
Forget it. No wedding is better than this. I will tell your father to explain it to your grandfather. Who says I'm not getting married? What?
I dialed my arch-nemesis, Orion Silvermoon, the Silvermoon noble representative on the council, future Duke of Silvermoon. Back in school, I came from Shadowmoon commoners. He was Silvermoon nobility. We fought for every ranking. On the council, I represented the Shadowmoon district, while he led the younger generation of the noble faction. We argued countless times. For years, he blocked what was mine, and I took what was his. Everyone thought we were fire and ice. I was about to hang up when it connected. His voice carried a hint of hesitation.
Hello? Lydia?
Whatever. Orion Silvermoon was the only one I could think of who might actually say yes. We'd found out I was getting married. He joked.
Wouldn't it be great if you married me instead? Then we wouldn't have to be arch enemies anymore, mating each other and becoming power couple.
Today, I could lose love, but I could not lose my dignity. This wedding must happen.
Yeah, it's me. I'm short a groom for today's mating ceremony, Mr. Orion Silvermoon. Would you mind attending my wedding and signing a mating contract with me?
Lydia, signing a mating contract?
1 second, 2 seconds, 3. My heart pounded harder. Disappointment started to creep in.
Lydia, what kind of joke is this?
If you don't want to, then forget.
I do.
You said yes?
Yeah, I said yes. But let me make this clear. I'm not being just a tool.
What do you mean?
Orion Silvermoon doesn't wed a fake mate. I want a real one. Someone who can lie beside me. Someone I can feel flesh and blood, warmth. You understand?
Deal.
Deal. So, what do I need to do now?
Get to the Moonbloom altar before 11 a.m. for our ceremony. Also, we need a wedding house.
Got it. Leave that to me. I promise you won't be disappointed.
Orion Silvermoon? Is that the same Orion Silvermoon you call your arch-nemesis on the council?
Yes, but that can't work.
What if he takes advantage of you? What if he screws you over?
Why not? Auntie, I think it's great. Orion Silvermoon, the council represents just like Lydia, and he is the only heir of the Duke of Silvermoon. Way better than that two-tipping jerk Ethan Ashford who thinks his diplomatic official title makes him special.
Orion Silvermoon and I were just using each other. But it didn't matter. All I wanted was for this ceremony to go on. I wouldn't lose face because of Ethan Ashford, and I definitely wouldn't let my family lose face because of me.
You'd better think carefully. If you don't postpone and
End up without a mate at the altar?
your family will be the one humiliated in public. Either way, the Ashford family won't be attending.
The wedding will not be delayed.
Stop throwing a tantrum. Don't be so unreasonable.
The Ashford family has noble ancestry. We're a political dynasty now.
Everyone who married to our family is well-behaved and obedient. Lydia, you want
checking to woman's family. You shall so he rawrink. Gaipian nigga fierce now.
I hung up. Couldn't be bothered to listen to their nonsense anymore. Marry into the Ashford family and suffer dream on.
The moment I loosened my nightgown, Kale slipped silently into my room. Before I could turn, a hand caught my waist and lifted me onto the vanity. Kale Blackwood leaned in, one hand braced beside me.
Your fiancé stole my mate last night, so tonight, I'm taking you. Fair trade.
I looked at the wolf standing between my knees. Kale Blackwood, the most notorious alpha heir of Silver Ridge. Last night, my fiancé Ethan had crashed Kale's mating ceremony. He claimed Ivy, Kale's chosen mate, in front of everyone. By morning, my family had become the biggest joke in the pack, and now Kale had come to collect. I looked at him again, then I nodded.
Fine. I'll be your Luna.
Kale froze.
You agreed?
Wasn't that why you came?
His mouth stayed open for a long moment before he finally stammered.
3 days. I'm coming for you. No take backs.
He freed me and backed to the window. He climbed out too fast, tripped on the sill, and almost fell flat on his face. I watched him disappear and almost laughed. He was nothing like the rumors. A little reckless. A little cute. Soon Kale left. Ethan came in.
Shouldn't you be home with your new mate? What are you doing here?
Serena, I didn't want things to go this way. But Ivy is too soft. I couldn't let her be mated to some reckless wolf. It would have destroyed her.
I stared at him. So Ivy being destroyed mattered, but my family becoming the pack's joke didn't. The moment he crashed that ceremony, everything between us ended.
Leave, Ethan. There's nothing between us anymore.
Stop being dramatic. Come in as my second mate for now. Give me a pup or two, and I'll raise your status. You'll both be my mates. I won't play favorites.
I stepped back.
No daughter of the moon Predis will ever kneel as a second mate.
It's just a title. I won't let anyone disrespect you. Why are you making this so difficult? I won't nother if you're not in it.
I almost laughed. He crashed a mating ceremony. He marked another woman that same night. He made me a joke in front of every pack. And now I was the difficult one.
I'm done talking to you. The moment you took another mate, we were over. Now leave.
Ethan's face hardened.
Serena, every wolf in this territory knows my scent is all over you. Without me, who's gonna claim you? I'll wait for you to beg.
Then he turned and left. I stood there, shaking with rage. The Ethan who once looked at me like I was everything was gone. He belonged to Ivy. The moment he chose her over me, I should have let him go. But I refused to believe 10 years between us meant less than the 6 months he had known her. The truth proved me wrong.
Mr. Wright, you are a hard man to find.
Cale didn't give me time to regret it. The next day, the Vance family came to formally request the mating. 108 crates of bonding gifts were carried into my home. My room could barely hold them all. My parents still weren't sure about Cale. They urged me to think again. But my mind was already made up. Love or power. I had to leave with at least one. Cale's reputation was terrible in every pack, but he was the only alpha heir to Silver Ridge. If Thornton's firstborn daughter hadn't refused him,
I would rather die than mate with that monster.
This mating would never have fallen to Ivy. I was about to have the gifts moved into storage. Then Ethan walked in with Ivy on his arm. They looked at the crates and immediately misunderstood. Ethan lifted his chin. Greed flashed in Ivy's eyes.
Serena, is all this your dowry?
Ivy was the illegitimate daughter of Thornton Elder and a servant. She had never been valued in her pack. On her mating day, even her stepmother hadn't shown up. I frowned.
No.
Ethan scoffed.
Drop the act. Yesterday, you swore we were done. Now you've already packed the gifts.
Elvie walked to Ethan. He's right, Serena. Once you join our household, we'll all be family. Ethan, didn't you bring her a gift? Give it to her.
Suddenly, I saw a flash of green. I froze. The Graves family had a jade pendant passed down for generations. It belonged to the future matriarch. I had hinted at Ethan countless times. He always refused to give it to me. Now it hung around Ivy's neck. Ivy noticed my stare. She deliberately pulled her collar aside. Ethan took out a small velvet box with a sour face. Then he tossed it at me.
Here, for you.
I opened the box. Inside was a cheap, tarnished pendant. I laughed coldly. He was generous with Ivy, but with me, he was a miser. I threw the box back for him.
No, thank you. Save something this fine for your precious Ivy.
Ethan's face darkened. He snatched the box back. Then he threw it out the window.
Fine. If you don't want it, it's gone.
Ivy stamped her foot.
Serena, Ethan and I picked that out for you ourselves. It came from our hearts.
Then she seemed to remember something. She took and offered a box.
Since you'll be joining us in a few days, I bought you something too.
I laughed out loud in fury. It was a pink silk negligee, the kind of thing a mistress wore to please a man in bed. I looked at Ivy's smug face. Now I understand why they came. She humiliated me, told me I was not Ethan's mate, just a body warming his bed.
I told you! We're done! If you have nothing else to say, leave!
Ivy didn't listen, and she grabbed the dress and tried to pull me toward the bedroom.
Serena, don't say that. I don't even know if it'll fit. Why don't you try it on?
I shoved her away.
Get off! Don't touch me!
I barely used any force, but Ivy threw herself backward. Tears filled her eyes.
I'm sorry, Serena. I only wanted you to try it on. I didn't mean anything.
Ethan saw it and shoved me hard.
Serena, Ivy stayed up 2 whole nights choosing that for you. She came here with good intentions, and this is how you treat her? A jealous shrook like you has no room for anyone else. No wonder no one wants you. You'll spend the rest of your life alone.
He picked Ivy up and walked out. Ivy turned her head. That look dragged me back to the day we first met. Back then, Ivy was just an unwanted Omega bastard in the Thornton pack. At a gathering, her half-sister treated her like a servant. Ivy accidentally spilled wine. Her half-sister slapped her in front of everyone. Ivy kneels on the floor, face red from the slap. Ethan couldn't stand watching her be humiliated, so he stepped in. After that, he started protecting Ivy. He always saved the best things for her first. I got jealous more than once. Every time, Ethan only laughed.
I just feel sorry for Ivy. I only want to help.
At first, I believed him. Just pity. Nothing more. Then came the day Ivy was supposed to make Kale. Ethan crashed the ceremony and claimed her. That same night, he completed the marking ritual with her. Only then did I understand. Ivy had already taken a place in his heart. I had been stupid enough to believe his kindness was only kindness. The day before my own mating ceremony was the Moonlight Festival. Every year, Ethan walked through the Riverside Lantern Park with me. We release moon lanterns into the water together. This year, I went alone. When I arrived, the whole Riverside was empty. I was still confused when I heard 2 she-wolves nearby.
Ethan really went all out. I heard he bought every lantern on the whole strip to make it up to his mate. If I were her, I'd melt. That's nothing. He's going against Alpha Kale for her. And he even got the Moon Priestess daughter to accept being second mate. A wolf like that doesn't come twice.
A bitter smile pulled at my lips. I turned to leave. Then a familiar voice came from behind me.
Serena!
I turned back. Ethan and Ivy stood not far away. Ivy carried a moon lantern and ran toward me.
Serena, are you here to release her lantern too?
Ethan was still angry yesterday. The moment he saw me, he gave a cold huff. Ivy raised the lantern in her hand.
I'm so sorry, Serena. Ethan bought every lantern here. Why don't you take this one? No, thank you.
I stepped back. I was afraid she would pull another stunt and blame me again.
And I had never liked taking things others had already used, no matter objects or wolves.
Ethan's face turned cold.
Of course. The great Serena would never lower herself to take our scraps. Don't waste your breath on her, Ivies. Let's go.
He took Ivy's arm and walked toward the riverbank. After they left, a man in a dark suit walked up to me.
Mrs. Brooks, Alpha Kale asked me to give this to you.
He still thought ditching me at the county clerk's office for Chloe was just a tiny little misunderstanding. The Seth who used to love me was truly dead.
Chloe's baby needs a father on paper. Once we divorce, I'll marry you.
Everyone thought I'd swallow my pride and wait another month. After all, I'd already waited 7 years. But that night, I left the country for an arranged marriage. I vanished from his world completely. 3 years later, my husband and I flew back stateside for a family memorial. My husband had a last-minute work emergency, so he told his local branch to send a car for me. I walked into the arrivals terminal and saw a guy holding a VIP pickup sign with my name on it. I walked over and froze. Holding the sign was my ex-fiancé, Seth.
Yo, Seth. Isn't that your obsessed ex? Isn't that Vanessa?
See? I told you guys. I knew she'd come crawling back. Vanessa vanished without a trace. Now she sees Seth is loaded. She probably cries herself to sleep every night.
Vanessa, if you're gonna fake a random run-in, why show up in sweatpants? Couldn't you at least put on some makeup? Without Seth, you can't even buy a nice outfit? You look pathetic.
It was true. I used to spend hours getting ready for Seth. Full face of makeup, tight designer dresses, always making sure I looked absolutely perfect for him. But I didn't need to do that anymore because I'm pregnant and my husband refused to let me be uncomfortable. He banned heavy makeup and had this cheap loungewear custom tailored for me in Paris. Listening to them mock me, it suddenly clicked. They only read the name on the corporate dispatch. They had no idea the VIP they were picking up was me.
Vanessa, it's good you're back. Seth actually spent years looking for you. He asked about you everywhere.
Chloe's kid starts preschool next week. From now on, you're in charge of the drop-off.
He was still so incredibly arrogant, but I wasn't that naive little girl anymore. Looking at him now, I just felt exhausted and grossed out. I didn't want to waste another second on them. I was just about to tell them exactly who I was.
I am. Vanessa, please don't be mad at Seth. He's just trying to take care of you. You disappeared for 3 years. Who knows what kind of shady stuff you had to do to survive. Look at how run down you are. Seth wanted to make you my personal secretary. But clearly you can't handle that. But don't worry. Being my nanny is a respectable job. No one will look down on you.
Seth saw my scowl.
All right, Vanessa, drop the attitude. You clearly can't survive out there, so stop throwing tantrums. Take care of the kid and learn your place. Don't worry. My mansion has a perfectly good nanny room in the basement.
Damn, Vanessa, look how good Seth is to you. He's giving you free room and board. Hurry up and say thank you.
Don't you worry, dear. If my son acts up, I'll make sure to set him straight for you. I won't let you be mistreated.
Why would she be mistreated? She ran away over a tiny little misunderstanding. If she hit rock bottom out there, she deserves to suffer a little.
Hearing that, my heart actually skipped a beat. After 3 years, he still thought ditching me at the county clerk's office for Chloe was just a tiny little misunderstanding. The Seth who used to love me was truly dead. He wasn't the boy who carried me across town, ignoring his own bleeding cuts. He wasn't the broke teenager who promised me the world. He wasn't the man who, despite all his fame and success, was still willing to cook for me. But whatever, it was all in the past. None of it mattered anymore. Besides, I'm about to give birth to my second baby anyway.
Aren't you here to pick me up? Let's go. Pick you up? Don't make me laugh. Read it carefully. We are waiting for Mrs. Vance. Do you even know who that is? Mrs. Vance is the matriarch of the Vance family. She is the actual wife of Grayson Vance. Grayson Vance is a ruthless billionaire, but he's completely obsessed with his wife. Rumor has it, he stayed single for years, just waiting for her. Everyone in the industry knows the rule. Don't try to kiss up to Grayson. Kiss up to Mrs. Vance. She is his entire world.
Listening to them gossip about my marriage, I couldn't help it. A genuine, happy smile spread across my face. We had been married for 3 years. Grayson's empire had only gotten bigger, and his reputation as a fiercely devoted husband had spread everywhere. Chloe always needed to feel superior to me. She couldn't pass up a chance to show off.
To win his wife's heart, Grayson Vance bought a custom diamond bracelet at Christie's. It cost $20 million. Mrs. Vance is literally the most envied woman on earth. That's the exact same bracelet!
It's a pretty good fake. Which broke delivery guy bought this for you? Buying you a cheap knockoff? Absolute trash.
Wow, it really is a high quality fake. Way better than the replica I bought. But I'd never actually wear mine in public. It's so embarrassing. These overseas knockoffs hit different. The weight actually feels real. Or what, Vanessa? Are you going to tell us you're the real Mrs. Vance? Are you the legendary billionaire's wife?
The second she said it, the frat boys erupted into hysterical laughter. To them, it was the most absurd joke in the world.
Vanessa, just sell this fake to me. I'll pay you double what your broke boyfriend paid.
I panicked, terrified she was going to drop it.
Give that back right now. Grayson gave that to me.
Shut your mouth! Vanessa, do you have a death wish? You think you can just casually drop Mr. Vance's name? Are you trying to get me killed? Do you have any idea how hard we fought for this airport pickup?
Grayson Vance bought out Seth's company last year. Our entire livelihoods depend on him now. The only way Seth keeps his executive spot is if we impress Mrs. Vance. And you're out here spreading psychotic rumors that you know the CEO? Are you trying to ruin Seth's career?
I wiped the blood from my split lip and slowly turned my head, then locked eyes with Seth. My stare must have been dead cold because Seth frowned. A flicker of genuine panic flashed across his eyes. Chloe saw that tiny shift in his expression. Her eyes turned venomous.
Vanessa, you ungrateful bitch! Seth was kind enough to offer you a roof over your head. Don't push your luck. I know you're bitter about the past, but trying to sabotage his career out of petty revenge? That's sick.
Hearing her say that, it felt exactly like 3 years ago. No matter what I did, Chloe would twist it. She would feed her poisoned version of reality to Seth. In the early days, he used to defend me, but by the end, he always took her side, just like right now.
You're such a jealous shrew.
But this time, he didn't keep screaming at me. He went quiet for a second. Then he pulled out his checkbook.
For the sake of what we used to be, I'll let this slide. Take the cash. Go buy some clothes that don't look like trash. If you really don't want to nanny Chloe's kid, I'll pull some strings and get you a decent job next week. Don't worry. Ever since the Vance acquisition, this kind of money is pocket change to me.
Watching him play the generous billionaire savior made my stomach turn. I shoved his hand away. I reached over and snatched my diamond bracelet right out of Chloe's hand. I gave him a polite,
"No thank you, sir. I don't take handouts from strangers."
I practically sprinted out of the arrivals terminal, hitting the fresh air outside, finally pushing down the nausea churning in my stomach. My mind flashed back to 3 years ago. My parents had been pressuring me into an arranged marriage overseas. I fought them on it. I begged Seth, my boyfriend of 7 years, to just elope with me, to sign the papers and make us permanent. Seth agreed, but when I showed up at the county clerk's office, he brought his childhood sweetheart, Chloe.
Her baby needed a legal father. I will divorce her in a month, then marry you.
Watching him hold her hand and walk into that clerk's office, I'm completely done. I flew overseas for a blind date that very night. A month later, I married Grayson Vance. A year later, we had our first baby. And now, I'm pregnant with our second. Honestly, if it wasn't for Grayson's family memorial, I never would have set foot back in this country. And I definitely wouldn't have bumped into Seth. 3 days later, I showed up to the corporate gala alone, wearing light makeup and my custom loungewear. The second Seth saw me, his eyes lit up.
You said you didn't want to come, but here you are. Listen, if you want me back,
You need to at least dress the part to match my new status.
I brushed off his arrogance and tried to pass him. He stopped me angrily after just 2 steps.
Vanessa, I'm talking to you. Our seats are right here. Where do you think you're going?
Those are your seats. My seat is over there.
Vanessa, how did you sneak in here? Are you here to ruin everything? How dare you wear that bracelet?
Wait, is that the Eternal Heart diamond bracelet? Mr. Vance bought that for his wife.
Tonight is Mrs. Vance's first public appearance.
Is this girl trying to mock the billionaire's wife?
She sneak in? Is she trying to humiliate us in front of Mr. Vance?
Excuse me, Seth. Is this young lady your friend? No, I don't know her.
Take that fake bracelet off and get out.
Are you sure you want me to leave?
Stop acting like you're special. Take it off.
Treating this cheap garbage like treasure?
My hand throbbed from her heel. My wrist was bleeding and torn, but I just sat there, staring blankly at the snapped bracelet and the diamonds scattering across the floor.
Pick her up and throw her out.
A few security guards immediately surrounded me. They reached down to grab my arms and legs. I panicked and struggled.
Stop touching me! I am Grayson Vance's...
Chloe slapped me across the face before I could finish.
Are you gonna start spreading rumors that you're Mr. Vance's mistress now? You psychotic bitch!
She wasn't satisfied. She backhanded me a second time. When I flew back to the States, I didn't want to bother with revenge. It felt beneath me, but right now, I was going to make sure she paid for this. Seth crouched down in front of me. He reached out to touch my bleeding wrist. I instinctively flinched away from him. His eyes turned ice cold.
Vanessa, are you done throwing your little fit?
You showed up wearing a fake diamond bracelet? Like, dressed like a complete mess. Just because you see I'm rich now, and you want to make me jealous? If you want me back, just beg. I'll say yes.
I looked him dead in the eye.
Seth, you are absolutely screwed.
The night I signed the divorce paper and walked away with nothing, I wandered the rainy streets alone, with a single duffel bag and only $36. That was when I spotted a flyer, taped to a roadside pole. Stepmom wanted for child, room and board. That's what got me. That same night, I showed up at the address. I walked straight into the mansion of Luca Castellano, the Don of New York's oldest mafia family. Later, my ex-husband looked down at me with that same arrogance.
Nora, do you finally realize you were wrong?
Before I could answer, the 4-year-old little tyrant exploded.
Wrong about what? My mom is the best.
The Don slipped an arm around my shoulders, kicking him aside.
My wife could never be wrong, and even if she was, she'd still be right.
I never expected the people posting flyers on poles to be New York's most powerful mafia family. Now I stood outside their mansion. Beside me, the butler carried himself with quiet arrogance.
The Don is looking for a mother for his child, not a wife for himself. I need you to be very clear on that. Don is a very desirable man. Do not get any ideas you shouldn't.
I kept my eyes lowered. Honestly, this job was perfect for me. To put it simply, they just needed a high-end nanny. 8 hours ago, I'd signed the divorce papers and been kicked out of my ex's house. The last thing I wanted was another husband, but a roof, 3 meals, a place to disappear, that was a miracle.
I understand. I won't get any ideas.
The butler led me down a dim, vaulted corridor. Then I heard something that sounded like a gunshot. I stumbled, slammed straight into a hot, hard chest. The smell hit me first. Blood, gunpowder. Then the barrel of a pistol tipped my chin up. A man in a suit with his hair slicked back. Blood streaked across his jaw. A snake tattoo coiling out of his collar onto his throat. My chest rose and fell rapidly with fear. His gun slid down from my chin and stopped between my soaked breasts. He studied me for a long beat. Finally, walked off without a word. I'd seen that face before. Page 6, New York Times, the Castellano Don. Sebastian had once spent a month studying his photos, trying to get in with the old mafia family behind him. The butler finally spoke.
The Don is handling some business. Please don't mind.
I nodded quietly. Then he took me to change into something dry and led me into the dining room. A long wooden table sat beneath a crystal chandelier, and at one end, a father and son were locked in a standoff. The man with murder in his eyes was gone. In his place, at the table, sat a man in a white dress shirt holding a spoon. His face was tired. The boy pressed his lips shut and glared up at his father like a tiny soldier holding the line. Neither moved. Finally, the man exhaled and set the spoon down. Long fingers pinched the bridge of his nose. His voice dropped, low and rough.
One bite. One small bite. Is that really too much?
The butler stepped forward.
Don, the applicant is here.
The man turned. His shirt was unbuttoned low. I could see most of the snake tattoo now, the lines of his muscles pressed faintly through the white linen. The most feared man in New York. Inherited the family glory at 16. Built it bigger, darker, quieter than his father had. Money, power, blood on his hands. So this wasn't some dream or scam. A man like Luca Castellano had no reason to scam a broke divorcee off the street. His eyes moved over me, distant and tired.
Name?
I figured he'd come straight from his so-called business, handling traders, torturing some enemies, and now got defeated by a toddler. Feeding the kid was probably harder than running his empire.
Nora Bennett,
I said, a barely there nod. He held out the plate.
Try.
So, this was my interview. If I didn't pass, I was sleeping on the F train. I smiled my warmest, gentlest smile and walked toward the boy. I didn't make it 2 steps. Whoosh! He bolted under the table. Only his eyes peeked out. Dark, round, furious.
I don't want her! Send her away! She's a bad lady! They're all bad ladies!
So before me, this kid had already been through who knows how many stepmoms. Fine, I needed to do my best. I scanned the room and clocked it instantly. Action figures everywhere. Batman, Spider-Man, a whole shelf of Avengers. I grabbed 2 figures off the coffee table and crouched down by the table leg. I sat Batman and Spider-Man right next to the kid. Then I picked up the spoon.
Don't worry. I'm not feeding you. I'm feeding Batman.
I mimed a spoonful into Batman's face.
Open up, Bats. Heroes who skip dinner? Skinny arms, skinny legs. Can't protect anyone like that. Oh, Batman wants vegetables? Good call. Spinach makes you strong.
The boy watched, half hidden, lips parting, smacking his mouth a little. I pretended not to see. His nose started turning pink, like he was about to cry. Right on cue, I gasped.
Wait, is that a baby Batman over there? Bats, can you share with him? He has to eat too if he's gonna grow up strong.
I tilted Batman.
Bats says yes.
I turned to the boy.
Batman improved, kiddo. You get a little, but just a little. We don't want you outgrowing him. He'd be sad.
The boy nodded furiously. I didn't even get the spoon to his mouth before he grabbed it with his lips. A big bite.
Why won't you give me vegetables? You scared I'll get stronger than Batman? Bad lady!
I glanced at the couch. Luca Castellano's mouth curved. A small, real smile. Approving. I moved into the castle that night. There were 3 floors. I got the 2nd floor with Leo. Luca had the entire 3rd floor to himself. The butler walked me to my room and gave me one last warning.
You do not go up to the 3rd floor. Ever.
His voice dropped.
The last woman who snuck up there to climb into the Don's bed got thrown out of his window. 2-story drop.
I thought of the gun from an hour ago. I nodded so hard I almost gave myself whiplash.
Won't happen. You have my word.
Castellano men breed serious. Leo was only 4 and slept in his own bed without a fuss, and that made my job easier. I just changed into the silk pajamas from the closet. The knock made me jump. Don Luca's voice was low behind the door.
Come down. Let's talk.
Luca was on the couch in the great room, long legs crossed, whiskey in his hand. I sat across from him on the opposite couch, hands in my lap, knees together, like a job interview.
You're good with kids. You have one of your own?
No. I helped raise my ex's nephew for 2 years.
Back the crane said I didn't make enough money and ordered me to quit, called it generosity. Then, after I did, they claimed I was lazy and had nothing to do. So they fired the nanny and dumped the kid on me. More free maid than wife.
File says you're divorced.
Yes.
Reason?
Some small-town girl cannot stain a noble family name, I guess.
Only a coward would say that. You saw the ad. I'm hiring a mother for Leo, not a date for me. My rival's family terrified him when he was little. He's always been insecure, hates leaving the house, and has never had a single friend. I work long hours. I need someone with patience, someone who'll stay. There will be a prenum. Everything stays separate, especially in bed.
My heart shuddered as I looked deep into his eyes. Marriage in rich people's world was a contract before it was anything else. My marriage with Sebastian was for love. But because the gaps between our family, I'd signed one with him too. When the love ran out, I'd walked away with nothing. Not even my wedding ring. Let alone a powerful mafia family like the Castellanos. They would only be more careful.
I understand. Honestly, if you just need someone in the house, we don't have to make it legal. I'm fine without the paperwork.
Luca shook his head. He leaned forward, tapping his fingers on the table.
Marriage is for Leo. He needs the most stable mother I can give him. And marriage is the strongest contract there is.
All right. We'll do it your way.
Don't worry. You'll get $100,000 a month for expenses.
This was the part I cared about. I'd been burned before.
Mr. Castellano, if we divorce someday, can I keep the money you've given me?
Of course. It's yours.
All right then.
As for sex, I don't need anything from you in that area. You stay on the 2nd floor.
Right, the sex.
That's fine. Neither do I.
So, 3 days after I signed divorce papers, I got married again. No ceremony, no guests. Same as my first wedding. The butler added an extra dish to dinner. I thought that was the celebration. But suddenly, Luca slid a signet ring across the table. a Castellano family ring.
That's not necessary.
Sebastian never even gave me his family ring.
For Leo's sake.
Then I got it. The child needed a family illusion. I fell into silence and finally took it.
I'll keep it safe.
That night, I'd just gotten into bed when the door creaked open. Leo stood in the doorway, bare feet, hair sticking up, fidgeting with his dinosaur pajamas.
What's up, kiddo?
Nora, can you read me a bedtime story?
What? You want me to read you a bedtime story?
I'll get my dad to pay you extra. If you don't want to, forget it.
Come here.
I held the covers open. He scrambled in like he'd been waiting for that all day. Halfway through the story, he was out cold against my shoulder. Next morning at breakfast, Luca's eyes widened when the butler told him Leo had slept in my bed.
Nora, that was above and beyond. I'll add another $50,000 a month.
Mr. Castellano, that's way too much.
It was, by a lot. I'd given far more than this in my last marriage, and walked away with literally nothing. During the day, I babysat his nephew. At night, I cooked for my husband. After satisfying his needs in bed, I still had to get up at 5 to clean the house and make breakfast. His mother judged.
We could hire someone, but Nora's just sitting around all day. Wouldn't be fair.
Despite all these, the day of the divorce, his sister told the lawyer I'd been living off them for 3 years.
Mr. Castellano, it's really too much. I like Leo. He's a sweet kid. Reading him a book is nothing.
As I said it, Leo came over and grabbed my fingers with his small, warm hand. He was looking up at me with those big, dark grape eyes. He was actually moved.
You don't know. The women before you only cared about impressing me. They ignored him. 50,000. That's the new number. Not negotiable.
I gave up and thanked him. From that day on, Leo was my shadow. Luca was busy with all the transactions, the guns, and the bloods. The huge mansion was usually just the two of us. I tried my best to play with him and made him happy every day. Until the day I had a hospital appointment for a follow-up. The butler had warned me. Leo couldn't leave the house. Outside triggered panic attacks. I crouched down.
Hey, babe. Wait for me at home. I'll be back in an hour.
He grabbed my hand and wouldn't let go. Didn't say anything. Just looked at me with those dark, sad eyes.
He's scared you're not coming back. His mother left him exactly like that.
I'm coming back. I'll see the doctor and come right home. You play here, okay?
I was still mid-sentence when he climbed into the back seat of the car. The butler tried not to hope.
Master Leo, you're going to the hospital with Miss Bennett?
Leo nodded.
Thank God. He's finally willing to leave the house. Your depression's getting better. Just keep it slow. Relax.
I took the script and the meds and left. Leo was waiting in the lobby with his small Batman.
Nora, are you sick?
A little, kiddo. I used to skip meals a lot, so I got sick. Promise me you'll never let yourself get like that.
Does it hurt? If it hurts, I can give you candy. Daddy told me candy makes you forget.
My tears fell without warning. In the Crane house, I'd cry and they'd call it dramatic.
Small town girl. Can't handle the lifestyle.
I had depression.
Stop faking it to get attention!
The nephew I'd raised for 2 years stood next to his mother on divorce day and called me ugly. And here was this 4-year-old mafia heir handing me his last piece of candy.
Nora, I'm going to eat every meal so I can grow up and protect you.
You better grow fast, babe.
When we walked out of the hospital, there was a black Maybach idling at the curb. Luca was leaning against it.
Mr. Castellano, why are you here?
10 years ago, the Hudson River Bridge 1 was responsible for building collapsed, causing mass casualties. My parents screamed that I was a murderer and cut off all ties with me. The victims' families doused me in gasoline, ready to die alongside me. And so I spent 10 years in prison. After my release, I changed my name, found a coffee shop in a small upstate New York town, and became a barista. Life was quiet, peaceful. Just when I thought it would stay that way forever, my ex-husband, Silas Sterling, came looking for me. The architectural firm he'd founded had long since gone public. He was at the peak of everything. The reporters swarming around him turned all their cameras on me.
Mr. Sterling has been engaged for 10 years but never married. Has he been waiting for you this whole time?
I let out a cold laugh. What they didn't know was that 10 years ago, it was Silas Sterling himself who let his little mistress infiltrate the construction crew to pocket kickbacks. And when everything fell apart, he made me take the fall.
Ella.
Under the blaze of camera flashes, Silas Sterling's face remained cold and composed.
Welcome to my humble cafe, Mr. Silas. Can I get a picture? My daughter's gonna lose her mind. Please?
When he noticed I hadn't moved, he turned and called out to me specifically.
Alara, come take a photo with Mr. Sterling. He's the youngest CEO in the world. A photo with him will bring so much traffic to the shop, and I'll give you a raise.
The moment my boss called out, my hands froze over the cup I was washing.
Miss Vance, so you've been hiding here in a coffee shop. You were once a world-renowned genius architect. Doesn't it feel like a fall from grace washing cups like this?
We've heard your ex-husband has been waiting for you all these years, postponing his wedding again and again. What do you make of that?
I ignored the microphones practically jabbing at my face and kept my hands busy with work, but the cup in my grip was trembling badly. I knew Silas Sterling's methods. I didn't believe for 1 second he had any deep feelings for me. I stayed on guard. The standoff dragged on until Silas stepped in front of me and blocked the cameras with his body.
What happens today is between me and my former wife. We won't be taking any interviews. Please clear the area.
Then he turned to look at me, his gaze deep and unreadable.
Laura. It's been a long time.
After so many years, hearing his voice again, I couldn't stop my hand from jerking.
How are you always so careless?
I pulled my hand back immediately and turned to my boss with repeated apologies.
I'm so sorry. I'll clean it up myself, and please deduct the cost of the cup from my wages.
Before my boss could even recover from the shock, a bright female voice floated in from the doorway.
Simus, what are you doing here? You left without a word. Mom, Dad, and I were so worried about you.
I looked toward the voice. A woman walked in from the doorway, smiling softly, naturally taking Silas's hand and pressing a light kiss to the corner of his lips. She was the true culprit behind the Hudson River Bridge collapse 10 years ago. She was also Silas Sterling's current fiancée, Ivy Thorne. And behind her, the very people who had cut me off 10 years ago, my own parents. Ivy's gaze swept over to me. She smiled, cold and contemptuous.
Mrs. Vance, the great architect. It's been a long time. Oh, by the way, your parents have officially taken me in as their adopted daughter. I suppose I should be calling you Big Sister.
I glanced past her at my parents. They had aged so much.
Okay,
Compared to 10 years ago, their backs were bent, their hair completely white. A fine, dense pain bloomed in my chest all at once. I wondered what they would think if they knew that the daughter they had taken in was the very person who had put their real daughter away.
We only have one daughter, and it's Ivy. A woman who threw away human lives for a little money. Looking at her turns my stomach.
Silas, why would you come looking for someone like this kind of scum? Better if she just died out there.
The moment my parents spoke, everyone in the shop, including my boss, turned to look at me with strange expressions. I turned my face away. I forced the pain down and refused to meet my parents' eyes.
Like this.
Don't blame her parents. What happened back then was a devastating blow to them.
He reached into his jacket and produced a gold-trimmed business card, holding it out to me.
I owe you more than I can repay. Call me anytime you need anything.
I didn't refuse Silas's card, or rather, I accepted it the way I would a card from any ordinary customer, politely, and then set it down to the side without another look. I didn't believe Silas had sought me out on purpose, and I had no intention of ever seeing him again. Then, 3 days later, my boss called, and his voice was thick with discomfort.
Laura, I'm really sorry. I had no idea you had such a distinguished background. Someone like you making coffee in a little shop like mine, it was never a good fit.
I've counted this month as full attendance, and your wages will be in your account shortly. Take tomorrow off. You don't need to come in.
He hung up before I could get a word out. I tried to call back. He had already blocked my number. A text arrived seconds later. My wages had been deposited, $4,500.
The extra $1,000 is my apology. Our little shop can't handle this kind of attention. I'm begging you. Please don't come back.
My stomach dropped. I already had a feeling this was Silas's doing. Sure enough, his call came through moments later.
Laura.
I know I can't overturn the verdict for what happened back then, and I hope you can understand that.
But I will make it up to you in every other way. The barista work was too hard for you.
I've already handled that. I've also purchased a house for you in the city. And Ivy is still young, not as experienced with the more complex blueprints. If you could help guide her...
I'll pay you $200,000 a month.
My fists clenched so hard my knuckles cracked.
On what grounds? On what grounds did he push me into the abyss himself? Let everyone in the world condemn me, strip me of everyone who ever cared for me, and then waltz back in as my savior and tear apart the quiet life I'd rebuilt? On what grounds did he presume to arrange everything for me, as though I had no say? Help Ivy Thorne? That was nothing but wanting me to be her shadow, her ghostwriter, her invisible hand. The thought made me sick to my stomach. I forced my feelings down, spoke through gritted teeth.
Thank you for your kind offer, Mr. Sterling, but I have my own life now.
Please don't interfere with it again.
There was a long silence on the other end. Then Silas spoke.
Alara, don't be stubborn.
A proud talent like you're only ever truly happy when you're working on blueprints. I'm securing your livelihood and giving your gift a place to breathe.
What exactly are you dissatisfied with?
And if you insist on saving face and refusing, I have other options.
He hung up. A quiet dread settled in my chest. By that afternoon, I understood exactly what his other options were. With my coffee shop job gone, I spent the day walking all over town looking for work. But no matter where I went, no matter how desperately they were hiring, the moment I walked in, everyone was perfectly polite, and everyone refused to let me work. Eventually, with nowhere left to try, I made my way back to my rented room. But at the gate, I found my landlady waiting for me. Mrs. Kowalski was a wonderful woman. When I'd first arrived with almost nothing, she had waived a full month's rent, and whenever she cooked something good, she always brought a bowl to my door. But now she stood at the entrance, eyes red-rimmed.
Elena, you're finally back. I'm so sorry. I can't rent to you anymore. Please don't be angry with me. I have no choice.
There's someone powerful in town now. If I keep renting to you, my daughter, she works in the city, they'll...
She couldn't finish the sentence. She started crying. I packed my things that same night and moved out. This, I thought, is what Silas calls compensation. Burn down everything I have, then offer me the ashes with a gracious hand. The day I moved out of my rented room, Silas appeared in my small upstate town. He was thinner than he'd been a few days ago, dark circles heavy under his eyes, like a man who hadn't slept. He had brought a moving company. He directed them to carry my things with a naturalness that made my skin crawl, as though we hadn't divorced at all. As though he were simply a husband coming to bring his wife home. At the new house, he poured me a glass of honey water.
You've always been prone to tension. This will help you relax.
I took the glass from him in silence. I took a small sip. I set the glass down and spoke.
What happened before is in the past. If you truly wanted to make it right, you wouldn't have appeared at all. You would have stayed away.
Alora, stop making a scene. I know you're not satisfied. But this is only the beginning. I'll find someone else to shoulder the blame. Then, step by step, I'll help restore your reputation.
I know you don't like Ivy. I'll make sure she keeps a lower profile. Rest for now.
His tone was gentle, but the meaning was unmistakable. You don't get to resist. He wanted me held firmly in his hands.
Silas! I heard Mrs. Vance had arrived. Why didn't you call me? Although Mrs. Vance made serious mistake then, everyone still needs to live their life. I hope she takes this as a lesson and becomes a better person going forward.
Ivy, the one who had actually done everything wrong, said all of this in front of the cameras without a trace of shame.
This is just a small gesture from me. You're a senior in the field, and you're my fiancé's former wife. Please, don't resist. If you ever have any difficulties, just say the word.
But that afternoon, the news had spread across every platform in the city. Killer back in high society. Can the victims ever rest? And I, once again, was pushed to the center of the storm, pelted from all sides. Whether or not it was intentional, Ivy had leaked my address to the public. After that, victims' families and furious protesters gathered outside my door every day. 3 days later, my parents arrived. It was the first time in 10 years they had come looking for me on their own.
Mom, Dad, you're here. Come in, have some water.
We wouldn't dare drink the water of a murderer.
Alana, what you did back then, we truly cannot forgive you.
You can't keep making mistake after mistake. We're begging you. Ivy genuinely loves Silas. You're already divorced. Stop clinging to him.
Ivy is a good girl, and it's not her place to say this, so we came to say it ourselves. If you keep refusing, don't blame us for finding other ways to make you go.
That same gentle voice that had once sung me lullabies and coaxed me to sleep night after night. Now every word carried the edge of a threat, driving into my heart like the tip of a blade, one cut at a time.
Mom! Dad, did you never believe me? Not even once?
You wretch! Even now you dare slander Ivy?
He rushed over in a panic, trying to intervene. But at that moment, his phone rang. His assistant.
Mr. Sterling, it's bad. Mrs. Thone got drunk. She's at the hospital getting a shot to sober up.
The moment they heard that, Silas and both my parents went pale with alarm. Without another glance, all three of them turned and piled into the car. And I laughed. I watched their retreating figures. The tears came with the laughter. Whether they were threatening me or pretending to care for me, no matter how much pain I was in, none of it compared to Ivy Thorne crooking her finger. After all, 10 years had taught me one clear lesson. I could not afford to have expectations of my parents or of Silas Sterling. A group of victims' family members found my location. They knocked me unconscious with iron rods and took me away. When I came to, I was inside a burlap sack.
Damn you, you murderer! We didn't come after you and you had the nerve to come back!
Give me back my daughter's life! She was 19, she just started college! You animal!
You owe us so many lives. Cutting you into 1,000 pieces wouldn't be enough.
You're in our hands now! We want blood for blood!
99 blows. I lost consciousness and was doused awake again and again. The freezing water closed in from every direction. The suffocation wrapped around me like a fist. Just as these two strong hands closed around me.